We got a 1, a 2, a 3, and hey now, metal mic coming at you. I'm over on Rice Street. I'm at that old building that I told you about yesterday, the old furniture store that the old ladies ran. Now, what I told you yesterday is that I was going to get in here, the owner was going to let me in, and I was going to pick it and see what I could pull out of it. Well, we got a load out of here, and that's what I'm going to show you. At the same time, I'm going to take this opportunity to show you this old building. Now, in its day, it was called Karen Fabre. And the old women ran it, and boy, it was elite. There's not much left of that now, but let's take a look around and see what we can find. And I'll show you the items that I did pull out of here. Alright, so let's get a nice clean shot of the building itself. As I step out onto the corner of Atwater and Rice Street, you can see Karen Fabre. There's the address, 842. Now, back in the day, this was an old hotel, and then in the 1950s, 40s, well, it was a restaurant, bar, etc. Not much left up there. As you can see, the size of this building. Used to have a beautiful awning right here. And so in the 1970s, 80s, to have barred windows on Rice Street, pretty unique, to be honest with you. So you'd come here, and here's the buzzer. So you would buzz this, the old ladies would buzz you in, they had a camera, and you'd walk in. Now this was, in its day, packed. Everything was clean, everything was shiny, everything was sparkly. They have a platform built right here. All this shelving. Now mind you, I've already picked through here. I've spent the last 2 days just combing over, looking for anything and everything that I can find. Now there's still a lot here, but realistically, I'd never live long enough to take it. So, here would be behind the counter, looking towards the front of the building. So back in here, a bunch of old mirrors, old lamps. Little office space right in here. Now this is all picked through this morning. I pulled out an old drinking fountain and some old catalogs. I mean, look at these catalogs. Most of them have mold on them. And simply, I just don't have the time to do the research. Or do I have the space to put it anywhere? Okay, so let's look what we got, right? Not a lot, but something. Something for the flea market. We got a great little old vintage typewriter. No big deal, eh? But still, kind of a hot piece right now. This whole box right here is full of mid-century ashtrays. I went through every single one of them. There's not a chip on them, so that's cool. If I can get a couple bucks, $5 a pop on those, that's a good deal. Just an old shear. Now here, I found this box of old shades. In the box, I think there's 6 to a box. A vintage pencil sharpener. Always got to be thinking outside the box. Dollars and cents. Little paymaster here. Some damage to it. But good shelf art. Nice folding lamp. Mid-century fan. That's good. I did grab some of these catalogs, as you can see. I grabbed the Hitchcock Chair Company. I went through them. I tried to grab the best ones that I could see that didn't have any damage from the mold. We got all these phones here. So 1, 2, 3, 4 phones. Some great nude pictures of the former owners. An old water faucet. This stool is cool. I can use that in the shop. A couple cool lamps. A nice looking mid-century, even earlier vacuum cleaner. These dollies are hot. You got a broken handle on the one, but still somebody can use it in garden art, etc. Nice little stool. Here's a nice piece. As we go out here, let me show you this great building. So as you can see, you know, someone that was into refurbishing things, they could probably find a lot of things. Here's a good piece back in the day that I would have taken. Just a real cool, funky, almost Herman Miller type style chair. Damaged though, right? What are you gonna do? So back here, we got a little area. All fabric swatches. right here. This is a beast. This is going to be the demon putting in the car. Look at the motor right here. Now that's a cow, huh? Let's see what we got here. So this would have been back here in the shop with the guy. So this is a cool score right here. Now if you look, this is obviously where he would do all his repairs. Disarray now. But you know, this was somebody's livelihood. This was their life at one time. To imagine this up and running and its full capacity, ready to rock and roll. Someone took great pride back here. I mean, he's got all these damn jars full with screws. All this is going to come down. All of this is being gutted out. Like I said, this has literally just been kind of sitting here for the last, I would bet you, 10, 15 years. Now, I went up in here yesterday. If you can imagine, I climbed up in there, and there's just a little crawl space up there. If I go over here, you can see up there. So I combed through there. You know, I pride myself in picking every frickin' corner. But mind you, I was in here a few years ago. So, let's do a little bit of a tour, huh? Let's go down into the cellar. Now this is totally bone dry at this point. Everything's been removed. Now when I got in here 3-4 years ago, there was still tons of moldy shit down here. It's all out. It's been swept clean. Look at these walls here. Beautiful, eh? If you were here with me, you don't even need to be here with me. It has that thick water, musty mold smell that is so relevant in a Minnesota basement. Now, what do we got here? This is the staircase down. Now, this goes right up into the shop. Now, in the 70s, this was frickin' packed, and even in the 1980s, all of this area was full of inventory. This was all open to the public. Remember, we're under the store, we're in the cellar. Look at this great archway here. So, all of this area actually had wood shelving and was just this room right here that we're walking in. Literally, the walls were lined with wood shelving, and they were filled with pictures and picture frames, and every inch of this building was totally taken advantage of for store. They didn't have a section closed off. You could access everything. Here they had an elevator. Looked in here earlier, and you can hear it dripping. Out of commission. But look at this. Look at the moisture right here. And in this corner, not too bad. But definitely. Look at the piping. Covered in rust right there. Alright. So what we did, covered the basement. We covered the main floor. Now let's run all the way up to the top floor. 3 floors in total. Then comes the fun time. We'll load the vehicle up. So, going through the back room now. And you know, there are lots of little treats here. If you're a scrapper and you're in St. Paul, if you're in the architectural and you feel like you can use something, stop by the building here. Okay. So I showed you another little crawl space. Now, if you look up in here, here's a little office area. This is a pretty cool lamp. But we're going to leave it. You know, maybe we should scoop it. Let's scoop it up. Let's save it. See how it gets when you're sometimes you can't stop picking. You can find a nice little shade for it over here. Bunch of shades. So this is interesting as well. So these, you ever seen like poster racks in the store? These would hang all the picture frames as well. They've got a charity coming here tomorrow, and they will pick it clean as far as what can be used for resale, retail. So, this staircase is coming out. As you can see, everything's being gutted as we speak. So there's lots of trim here, realistically. Lead paint, right? But still, a refurbisher would love to be in here. All this old wood. Someone has already come in here, pulled a bunch of these. You know what? I won't live long enough if I took all of those. Okay, so this staircase here, I believe, is coming out. So look at this, what a hell of a shot, eh? So, this is what you live for, brother. Okay, so in the early 1900s, if you ever seen the Honeymooners, this is the place. Look at these wood floors. These are coming out. Unbelievable. Look at this wood, guys. Okay. If you're into architectural, obviously, all this trim. So this is really cool. Let me show you here. What's this now? Anyway. Look at this cute little window here, eh? So, these were small apartments. I mean, look at this wallpaper here. Look at this trim. This is the stuff guys die for. Look at this window here. Huge windows. I mean, look at this room. Isn't this freaking awesome? So this would probably maybe even be your bedroom. This would be where your kitchen is, everything, living quarters. And then here you have your room. Small. Look at that view. You can see the cathedral. There's NSP Excel Energy across the street now. Great old heavy-duty door. Soon to be lost to time. All of this. I mean, they're stripping it down to the bone. All this flooring, gone. I should really be getting up there. And if I can find a ladder, maybe I will. Beautiful. Look at just the style. These walls could talk. I mean, look at this wood here. So here I am. I got that small load out of here. We've been lucky enough to be able to film in here. I'm trying to give you the essence of just how awesome this place is, but obviously I'm not going to be able to capture it by myself with one single camera and talk to you at the same time. Being this is all unscripted, I'm shooting from the hip. But hell, if this isn't what a guy like me lives for, if you're a junker, if you're a picker, if you're into architectural, if you're whatever level you are, you've got to appreciate this. Also, the smell of that dust and that dirt, that's what got me into the game back when I was a kid. Growing up in the inner city, there wasn't much to do if you didn't have any money, so a lot of my time was spent going into old abandoned houses. Back when you could do that kind of thing, you could crawl in and out of a window and nobody batted an eye because it was an abandoned house. It was done. It's not like today where you definitely couldn't do something like that. But that smell, the dust in the wood, the dirt, it's in the air. Most guys would want to wear a mask, and though I should be, I like that smell. You can only get that from wood like that. That's beautiful. To me, that's beautiful. So I hate to not to be able to take advantage and take all of this wood, because someone could definitely build something out of it. Look at this. This is a piece of the floorboard, right? There was a pocket door here. Someone already got it out. So this is the view from the corner of Atwater and Rice Street, and I would be looking, I'm looking towards the cathedral on Rice Street, so that's south. Beautiful flag. And now I'm looking west on Rice Street. What is this here now? These are prices. Interesting. Look at this long hallway here. And yet another hallway, a double split hallway. Isn't that something? See, everything, there were chairs hanging on those hooks there. I mean, it was something else. So here is where that pocket door is. You see it? That's a beast. Sadly, when I got rid of my big Dodge van, these are the types of pieces now that I can't get. I mean, I would love to pull this out. The pulleys up on here alone are amazing. I mean, I have to try, right? Let's see what we can do, guys. What can Mike do? Freestyle. Okay, here we go. Some beautiful wood. How can I not take that? Another pry bar. Look at that. That's a first. I've had these boots. God damn. I never had that. I had these Dickie boots, I bet you 15 years. They finally just showed their age. We'll leave that as a remnant, and we'll leave that door. Let's go load this shit up. As I walk all uneven now, I'm walking with about an inch left on 1 foot. So Metal Mike, walking down with a limp. Ridiculous. I'm glad I can at least maybe try to find my way out, eh? Limp, limp, limp. All right, boys. Now comes the unfun part. The loading. Metal Mike signing off. Hey now.